Hey guys, Zeal here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on different textiles. But just before I start this video, I'd just like to say that from the 2nd to the 3rd of January in 2015, so in less than a month now, me and my friend Lewis and Dom are going to be doing a 24-hour live stream for Cancer Research UK and similar charities. So if you'd like to click the link in the description, and that will take you to a Facebook page where you can join, and we'll update everything on there. So yeah, just stay tuned in that. So let's get straight into the tutorial. Okay, right. So in this video we're going to be I'm going to be teaching you how to make these four sort of different layer textiles. You've got sort of just a clean gradient outline text. Here we've got sort of like a paintbrush text, which looks pretty cool, which could be used on sort of cartoon banners and stuff. It sort of has a bit of a 3D effect, and it looks pretty cool. Here, this green one, we've got sort of a glossy, shiny effect, which you can edit the shadow on, depending on how you want it and stuff. And this last one, we've got sort of like a watery, bubbly, sort of distorted other text. So let's just get straight into it. I'm just going to close all these, since I've got quite a few different things open. There you go. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and create a new page. So 1920 by 1080. That's just standard HD size. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a gradient on the page. This isn't really needed, but I just like to make things look good. So let's just give it a bit of gradient, and that'll do. Right. Just get to the text. So I'm going to get the text tool, and I'm going to just write Zeal, all in capitals. There you go. And I'm going to select a font of my choice. Not really sure what type of. I might go art brush actually, which is the one I believe I used. Now I'll give that one. Sort of hard picking the right font, depending on how you really want to do it, but this sort of works best with sort of cartoony fonts. I'll just go with this font, the Bada Boom font. Right, so I'll size this up. There we go. In fact, I'm actually gonna make that Zeal GFX just to make it look a bit longer. Size it down again. That'll do. Right. Oh, there you go. Right. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go to the blending options of the text layer, and we're going to put a gradient on it. So for this one, just going to put I'll sort of put a dark red sort of. There you go. So sort of dark red. In fact, I might darken this down a bit. There you go, that'll do. That looks quite nice. So we've got a very subtle gradient here, and you can mess around with the scale to however you want it really. I'll just keep it as this for now. And I'm also going to add a stroke. So I'm going to make this about, if you want it sort of, I don't know, about 10. Maybe it's a bit too much. Actually, that looks quite nice. 16. So it sort of very clearly outlines the text, but gives it sort of a cartoony look, and this looks very good on cartoony backgrounds or wallpapers or anything you want to use it for. So that's the basic text. So that's the orange one we started with. Next, I'm going to show you how to do this glowy one, which looks quite cool. So all I'm going to do is create a new layer on top of all the other layers. I'm just going to make this glossy and this normal, just renaming the layers. So for this one, what we want to do is we want to come down to the elliptical marquee tool, and we want to sort of just select sort of an area we want to make glossy. So I've made a circle here. As you see, it sort of goes over the text. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our fill tool. There we go. And we're going to select a white, like so, and we're just going to fill the circle in with white, as so. And then we can deselect that. And now what we need to do is we need to rasterize this text layer for now, because as you see, if I hold Alt and click it, it just disappears. So we're gonna have to rasterize this. I guess you might be able to convert it to a smart object. You could do that, or you can rasterize it. It's up to you. But you just want to drop the opacity quite a lot, to I'd say about 15, if you want to be accurate, and just sort of move that about until you've sort of got it how you want it. So I've just sort of got a very subtle sort of gloss look on the outline. And what I'm also going to do is go to just rasterize this so I can mess around with the adjustments. I'm going to go to hue and saturation in image adjustments, hue and saturation, and if I move the slide, it changes the color. So I'm going to give it a sort of cartoony sort of yellowish green look like this, which looks pretty cool. And so you can't really see the shadow as much, so I'll just bump that up a bit so it's a bit more noticeable like that. And then you can, if you want to, put these in a group so that when you actually select the group, you can move the whole thing around rather than just having to hold control select to move them all around, because otherwise, as you see, the shadow doesn't stay on it. So yeah, rename that to glossy. Right. Next we are gonna do the art brush one, which looks pretty cool. Hold on, let me just. There we go. Alright, next we're gonna be doing this type one. So what we're gonna do is simply we're gonna go to filter and oil paint, and that will allow us to rasterize it, but we can do that. Actually, what you need to do is you need to rasterize this. I've got to tell you rasterize type and rasterize layer style, and then if we go to filter oil paint, it will then give us these options. So if I just kind of move this along, or is it? No, okay, it's not gonna let me. Okay, so I'm just gonna sort of mess around. You might want to put this. You want to keep this shine to about, but quite low down. You just want to mess around with the angular direction, bristle detail, scale, and other stuff like that. Cleanness. That really wants to be full cleanness, and then you want to put stylization to full as well, because otherwise it gives you these looks. And then you can sort of just mess around with the shine depending on how much you want it to shine. I'd recommend just going quite low, staying around 1 to 2. You don't want to go too high until you've got this nice sort of quite nice looking text layer. And then you can mess around with the angular direction as well, which sort of angles what sort of the lighting of the marks in here. And I wouldn't really mess around with anything else too much, because you might risk messing it up. So I'll keep it as that. And I see this creates a very like sort of unique, different style to what this is normally, and it looks pretty cool, to be honest. So I'm just gonna name that art brush, and for the last one, I'm just gonna put this over here like that. Right, for this last one, what we're gonna do is actually I'm gonna change the color of this art brush one. Change it to sort of maybe a orange. Let's go for a pink. So that looks quite nice. There you go. Got a nice little pink going on there. Right, and this one, last one, is going to be if it's gonna let me, our sort of distorted version. So I'm gonna name this distorted. There we go. And I'm just straight away gonna change the color of it. I'm gonna rasterize it, since I don't need to change any text at the moment. By the way, rasterizing is basically flattening text, so it won't allow you to directly sort of edit the text. But I'm gonna, oh no, I don't want to click colorize. I'm gonna mess around with this until I get a sort of aqua blue. So I'll say about that, looks quite nice. Keep it as that. Actually, I might make that a bit darker. So we sort of, there you go, nice one. Right, and this one's really simple as well. You want to go to filter and liquefy, and you just sort of want to sort of just click on the outside and just move this around a bit, sort of just distort it a bit, really. There you go, and do it over here as well. There you go. And then if you just click OK, and you've got a sort of watery looking text. Like this one's very lightly distorted. Like if you wanted to make it more sort of water based, you could sort of just very gently sort of just go along the outside and just push it in a bit, maybe some bits out, but just don't make it too blatant. You've sort of like so, just very subtle like this. And actually I'm gonna make this bit bigger on the whole, so it sort of fits in. There you go. And then sort of, there you go. Right, so that gives it more of a watery look, really. It depends on what sort of style you're going for. But these are the 4 textiles. So we've got the normal as the red, we've got the art brush as the pink, we've got the glossy as the green, and we've got the distorted as the blue. So thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe if this helped you in any way, and be sure to check out my live stream in the description for more details, and it would be a lot of help if you guys could watch. We're trying to get a bit of an audience before the live stream, so if you'd like to share it with friends, that would be a lot of help to us. Anyway, thank you guys, and see you later, and Merry Christmas.